As the sun rose over Seoul, the bustling capital of South Korea, 5 American women began their journey. They had planned a trip to explore the beauty of the country, from the vibrant cities to the tranquil countryside. Little did they know, this journey would turn out to be the most terrible and deadly experience of their lives. The group started their adventure in high spirits, excited to immerse themselves in the rich Korean culture. They visited famous landmarks like the Gyeongbokgung Palace and Namsan Tower, indulged in the delicious street food, and even tried their hand at traditional Korean activities like archery and taekwondo. But their joy was short-lived, as they soon found themselves stranded in a remote area of the countryside. The GPS on their rental car had failed, and they were lost in a maze of winding roads and dense forests. To make matters worse, a thick fog had descended, obscuring their view and making it impossible to see more than a few feet in front of them. As they drove on, hoping to find their way back to civilization, they noticed a strange smell in the air. It was an acrid, burning odor that made their eyes water and their throats itch. Suddenly, their car began to shake violently, and the engine sputtered and died. Panicking, the women got out of the car and looked around, but they could barely see through the dense fog. That's when they heard the first scream, a blood-curdling sound that echoed through the forest. It was followed by another, and another, until the air was filled with the sound of terror and pain. The women huddled together, afraid and alone, as they realized they were not alone in the forest. They were being hunted by a mysterious and deadly force, one that seemed to be closing in on them with every passing moment. As they stumbled through the thick undergrowth, trying to escape their pursuers, they began to see strange and terrifying things. Ghostly apparitions floated in the fog, their faces twisted in agony. Dark shadows moved through the trees, and the women could hear the sound of footsteps behind them. Their journey had turned into a nightmare, a deadly trap that seemed to have no escape. They were lost, hunted, and alone in a foreign land, with no hope of survival. The women knew that they had to fight for their lives, to somehow find a way out of the forest and back to safety. Their journey had taken them to the brink of death, but they refused to give up. With every step, they fought against the darkness that threatened to swallow them whole. And finally, after what seemed like an eternity, they emerged from the forest, battered and bruised, but alive. The American women had survived a journey that few would ever forget, a journey filled with terror, pain, and death. They had seen things that defied explanation, and they had faced a danger that few would ever understand. But in the end, they had triumphed over the darkness, and they had returned home with a newfound respect for the fragility of life and the power of the human spirit. The journey of the American women in South Korea had been a harrowing experience, one that had tested their physical and mental limits. But it had also taught them the importance of perseverance, courage, and teamwork in the face of danger. As they looked back on their ordeal, the women realized that they had emerged stronger and more resilient than they had ever been before. They had learned to trust in themselves and each other, to never give up even when the odds were against them. And as they boarded their plane home, they knew that they would never forget the lessons they had learned on their journey. They would carry those lessons with them for the rest of their lives, a reminder of the power of the human spirit and the importance of never giving up. As for you, dear viewer, I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Enladium, where you can find more thrilling stories like this one. By subscribing and liking my videos, you'll be helping me bring more exciting content to the world and encouraging me to continue sharing my adventures with you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next adventure.